Hey guys, Tom Cook here from Power Mindset Limited, and in this video I'm going to show you 5 easy steps from how to go from being an employee to an entrepreneur. Being an entrepreneur is often seen as a very daunting, difficult task, but it doesn't have to be that way. So watch this video to find out more.
Hey guys, welcome to this video. Tom Cook here, and I'm going to show you the 5 easy steps to go from being an employee to an entrepreneur. Now, I was always growing up with the fact and the knowledge that to become an entrepreneur was an extremely difficult thing to do. It was a very daunting task, and this was the way that it was made out to be. But going on that journey for myself, I discovered that it doesn't have to be that way. So in this video, I'm just going to jump in and I'm going to show you those 5 steps, because if you're thinking about being an entrepreneur, if you're in a job that you hate, that you don't enjoy, and you've decided, hey, do you know what? I want to go out there. I want to create my own business. I want to create an income from something that I'm passionate about, from something that I enjoy. Or maybe you still enjoy your job, but actually you just want to create a bit more income on the side of your job, just enough so you can have an extra £300, £500 a month. Well, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So look, let's jump into this. Number 1 is you need to know who you are. You need to get really clear on who you are as a person. So what do I mean by that? Well, you need to understand, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are your values? What is your mission? What is your legacy? Get in touch with who you are as a person. Know yourself as much. Be fully aware of who you are as a person, because this is really going to stand you in good stead. When things get tough, when the challenges come about, knowing your strengths, knowing your weaknesses, knowing what your values are, it is going to put you a mile ahead of everybody else. Because a lot of people don't know. They don't understand. That's why their values conflict. That's why they find themselves in situations that they don't want to be, because they don't know what their values are. They don't know what their values are. They get themselves into a situation, and then they get a quick smack in the face and realize that they're going against their values. So this is really important. And from this, you can find what your purpose is. What is it that you really want to do with your life? Where is it that you really see yourself going? Who's the person that you want to become? Who do you want to grow into? So when you're first starting out, when you've had that idea and it's gone, hey, do you know what? It's time for me to have my own business. It's time for me to set up on my own, do my own thing, and create profits from something that I enjoy, something that I'm passionate about. Knowing who you are is going to be the big first step to be able to do that. Number two, bring the knowledge that you have and turn it into business ideas. So what do I mean by that? Well, everybody, whether they like it or not, everybody has a skill, everybody has an area of expertise that they can teach somebody else. And if you have a skill, if you have an area of knowledge that you can teach to others, you can make money from that. So start to think, what is the knowledge that you have as a person? What knowledge do you hold inside of you? What are you really good at? What comes naturally to you? What do you find that can you walk into a room and just talk to people? Are you a great communicator? Are you really good with numbers? Are you a really creative kind of arty person? Are you good at speaking in front of groups? There are people who want to learn these skills. Do you find that you're good with advertising or marketing? Are there skills? Are you in a job right now and the skills you are using, you find you do really, really well? And can you take those skills and can you go off on your own and do it as your own business and earn money from it that way? So you want to start exploring, what are the ideas that you have? What is the knowledge that you have? And how can you monetize it? How can you take it out there to the world? How can you take it out there to the market and start earning an income from it? Start earning profit from it? Is it a service? Is it a product that you could offer to help somebody else? This is the trick. If you want to succeed in business, you need to have a solution to people's problems. The only reason you buy something is because it solves a problem. Even the likes of Netflix, entertainment, they solve a problem of boredom. So everywhere there are problems being solved, and your success in business will be dependent on how many problems that you can solve for how many people. So get specific, get really specific on the problem that you can solve. When you get more successful, when you branch out and you start to build some strong foundations, you can think about solving a lot more problems. But when you're just starting out, get really specific. Get specific on the problem and the solution that you have to solve it. Number 3, here we go. So number 3, once you've got your idea, once you have an idea of what it is you're going to monetize, the skills and the value that you can add to help other people, you want to start testing it. You want to get it out there, don't you? You've got these great ideas. You can't keep them locked up all the time. Otherwise, you're just always going to stay in your job. Those ideas that you have, they've got to get out there. So this is the time to start researching. Start maybe talking to some friends, and talk to the family and your friends who you trust. Because you trust them and they'll trust you, they're going to give you the most honest feedback. You don't want to research an idea with somebody and for them just to give you white lies and, no, that's really awesome, yeah, go for it. No, you want people to be honest, because otherwise it's just wasting your time. You're going to go out there with an idea based on some research that ended up just being a white lie from people saying it was really good, and then you go put it out there and you find it doesn't really work. So you want to get the research, you want to get the feedback. Feedback is the breakfast of champions. If you want to be a champion, if you want to be a champion business builder, then be prepared for feedback. Be prepared, be open to it. Don't take it personally. It's not aimed at you. It's not aimed at your ability. All it is simply aimed at your product or your service. So get the research, get that together and start testing it. Take it out there to social media. Start talking to somebody. Have you got friends and families that you could perhaps test this product or service with? Could you? That's how I started this journey in coaching. That was the very first thing. I chose a couple of people who I knew were committed, hardworking, who I had a good relationship with. There was a good degree of trust and rapport there. And I just asked, hey, would you be open to me, no cost to you, but would you be open to me coaching you and helping you, supporting you? And they were very receptive of that. And so from that, I got to practice, I got to grow my experience, and it worked out very well. So I suggest you do this. Test it, get some feedback, make the changes necessary, and then go back out there. This is the time whilst you are in the job, whilst you've got the security of an income, you're getting a monthly or weekly paycheck, whatever it might be, then you could set up a bit of a side business. And through this research and testing phase, and you can do this discreetly. Some of you right now might be worried, hey Tom, I don't think I can do that online in case my employer sees me. I get it. So you can go into groups on Facebook, you can go into groups on LinkedIn, and you can do this discreetly. So set up a bit of a side business, start testing it and seeing what kind of income you can create from that. Number 4, now you've got your idea, you know who you are, you've been testing it, you've been having some successes. Now it's time to create an escape plan. It's time to get yourself out of that job. And this is the bit that really scares people. This is the bit that really worries people, because it's like, they say to me, Tom, how am I going to be successful? How am I going to make it? What happens if I lose that income? That job that I've had, it's always been giving me a safe, secure income. What happens if I lose that? I understand. But here's the thing that people forget about. When you lose or you leave your job, you are going to get all that time back to put into your business. How many of you would like to have the time that you spend in a job and exchange it for the time that you spend in a business? Listen, when I worked out, when I left my job, I was going to be getting back, it was like 50 hours a week. And the way I worked that out, I was like, how long is it taking me to get ready in the morning? How long is it taking me to commute to work? I was working in construction, so I had to commute into London a lot. I used that time as well. How often was I spending in kind of overtime, working late, all these little things. I worked out I was getting about 50 hours back to put back into my business. Imagine that, having 50 hours a week to put back into the thing that you are really passionate about. I can't stress that enough. It is the most amazing feeling to be able to, it's the most amazing feeling to take all that time and channel it into something you love. Rather than every day dragging yourself out of bed, dragging yourself through traffic, through a commute, and into an office to do a job that you really, really don't enjoy. It is the feelings of putting that time into something that you love, something that you care about, is amazing. And it is so motivating, it is so inspiring on a daily basis, and it just puts a smile on your face, because no matter how hard it gets, no matter how challenging it gets, you get to do something you love, and that makes it worth it. That makes it worth it to go through the pain, to go through the hardship, because you're doing what you enjoy most. And that's what life is all about. Why? Everyone's got to earn an income. So why don't you earn an income from something that you love doing? That's my message to you. Number 5. Here's the thing. Here's the big moment. Drum roll, please. You gotta take a leap of faith. You gotta do it. You gotta jump. You gotta go for it. You can't stay in that job forever. You got to go for it, and you got to have full trust in yourself. You got to have full faith. And you're probably thinking, I don't have full trust. I don't have full faith in yourself. Believe that you can, because you will make a success of it. I remember I was so scared to hand him. Here's the truth. I was so scared to hand him my notice. I didn't do it. I put it off. Kept putting it off. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to let my managers down. I don't want to let the business down. I don't want to let my colleagues down. All these little voices and fears going through my brain. And what actually transpired was an opportunity came up, because they moved teams around, and the situation didn't really work out for me. I was like, you know what? This is a sign. This is a sign and it's time for me to go. And I just took that leap of faith, because I trusted the process, I trusted the system, and I trusted that things were going to work out okay for me. And you know what? I'm so glad I made that decision. I'm so glad I took that leap of faith. And you know what? It's time for you to take that leap of faith too. There is going to be no better time than now. Don't waste year. Don't keep saying to yourself, I'll be ready next year. I'll be ready next year. You do it when you're ready. You do it when you've realized that you've researched, you've tested the market, you've realized that you can make an income from it. Now is the time to make the leap of faith. And like the last point I said, you're going to have time. You're going to get all that time back that you had in your job to be able to put it into your business. So if you've created money whilst working in a job, you're going to accelerate that growth exponentially because of all that time you get back. So have faith. Have faith in yourself, but trust in yourself and take that leap, because your life will never be the same. And I don't mean that in a scary way at all. I mean that in the most amazing way possible, because you're going to be able to create the lifestyle that you want for yourself. You're going to live your best life, because by owning a business, by being a business owner, you put yourself in the best position possible to create wealth for yourself. So guys, I hope you enjoy this video. I hope the 5 points. Number 1, you need to establish who you are, your values, your gifts, your strength, your weaknesses. What is your purpose? What is your legacy? What is your mission? All of that. Get clear on all of that. Number 2, turn the knowledge, the experiences, the skills and assets that you have, and turn them into business ideas. How can you start monetizing them? How can you start adding value and helping other people? Number 3, go out there, research, test, see if you can make some income on the side. Remember, feedback is the breakfast of champions. It's not personal, it's just to better you, it's to better your product, your service. Number 4, create the escape plan. You're ready to go. Create that plan of action to get you outside of your business, get you outside of your job, get you into a business. get you into your own business. So start creating that plan for you to leave your job. And number 5, take the leap. Once you've got the plan, once you've got everything else in place, it's time for you to take the leap of faith. Put full trust, full faith in yourself, and get out there, become a business owner. You can do it. You can grow a successful business. Awesome. Thank you for watching, guys. I'm Tom Cook, owner of Power Mindset Limited. As always, subscribe to this video because there's going to be more content like this, supporting you on your journey from being an employee to being an entrepreneur and becoming a successful business owner. All the best. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.